show.
Rocking out with her cock out.
Chicken shit outfit. Sorry.
Not sorry. Okay, Jay's about.
Hold on.
Drink your milkshake.
Talking about Piers Morgan. I am the Jay Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker. It's
Welcome
about to
back
get
to Nothing Yet Live.
It's here. This guy. This guy's got his ass kicking shoes.
Water, fire, air, and dirt. Fucking magnets. How do they work?
I don't know. How does Fox News work? Listen to this. Talking about WAPO got her lips wet. She didn't know it was the Washington Post. She thought it was Wet Ass Pussy Organization.
We're off to a good start.
All right. You ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm just going to sit back and watch.
No, go ahead.
No, I got nothing to say. So Piers Morgan is having...
Douchebag.
Yeah, noted douchebag is completely... I don't want to insult people.
Not a man.
I don't like to insult people who have ruptured blood vessels in their
shut-
brains, but Piers Morgan is rupturing a blood vessel over a term that was used.
Man card taken. About to be. Here we go.
About breakthrough COVID cases, but which referred to expectant
Oh,
mothers
WAPO. I
as
get it
pregnant
now.
people
I thought it was Wet
instead
Ass
of
Pussy
women,
Organization.
right? So the Post used the phrase pregnant
Oh,
people.
did she say
both
pussy?
in
She
the
said
headline and
pussies. Play
multiple
that
times,
again.
but which referred to expectant mothers as pregnant people instead of women. Right. So the Post used the Washington Post is getting torched by the phrase pregnant people, both in the headline and multiple times throughout the article, but only used the word woman once. Piers Morgan, what say you?
How did I miss
Critics for this article about breakthrough. The Washington Post is getting torched by critics for this article about breakthrough COVID cases, but which referred to expectant mothers as pregnant people instead of women. Right. So the Post used the phrase pregnant.
So the pussies,
both in the headline and multiple times.
Well, we're off to a great start.
Well, you got an airdrop to do. So pussies, do you think they're going to issue subpoenas?
That's already going there.
And that's it all.
Oh, look.
We have 10 more
Where do you
minutes to
even
go.
start? I mean, look, I would love to get pregnant. You know why? Pregnant women are the most...
Well, then you'd have to get laid now, wouldn't you?
Piers Morgan, you illegal immigrant. You bastard. You immigrant. You immigrant. You're not American. Shut up. Also, these women, discount Daphne here,
are not women.
Mike, I mean, how does she like to be identified? African American woman? Because we're about to get into that. Because I have a handful of names I'd like to call her.
This woman.
Everyone loves people who are pregnant. They're nice to you. I would be really popular, right? But I would love to know, what should the
As
Post,
opposed to
how
now,
do I
where
get
you're...
pregnant? Because last time I checked, women get pregnant, not men. So when you say
not by you, they don't.
It doesn't include the billions of men. We can't get pregnant. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier.
And millions of men like you can't impregnate women.
That's what I just said. Because there's an act required that doesn't happen to you, incel.
What if you identify as a man, but you have all the functioning parts and you choose to have a baby? Are you just...
No, you are a person then. I mean, are you a man having a baby? I mean...
Piers Morgan, not a man. Also, look at this piece of sculptured idiot right here.
A tiny minority of people.
The rhyming lady.
And the vast majority of people would like to carry on being called by what they identify as. You ladies here, I presume, if you don't mind me calling you ladies, I presume you all identify as women. So if you were pregnant, you're a pregnant woman. You're not a pregnant person. And why should you be? It's so insulting. It's so insensitive.
So they're doing a whole segment about this.
What's insulting is how you speak English, because that's not how you speak English. You speak English like this, like we speak English, because we're Americans. Unlike you immigrant.
Yeah, you should come here and speak the proper language.
You and Brit Hume need to go back to your great country, yo.
Where they speak like the way you're speaking.
Yeah, not
you can't
English.
Come to America
You
and
don't
speak non-American.
No,
right?
You speak British or whatever the hell you... The nonsense that's coming out of your face nozzle is.
It just flies again to my central point. Why are we letting this tiny
Flies
group of
again.
people dictate how everybody else has
Stop
to
it.
speak. When
Talk to your overlord cuck, because according to him, the trans people run everything.
Carry the two. I'm gonna go with half are women who give zero fucks about how you think that they should be identified. You freaking bastard. You limey piece of shit. Go home, son. Please.
did our language get destroyed at the altar of
Dude, you talking about our language? Or you talking about our language? Because you're not one of us. You're an immigrant.
And
With your lazy speak. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Why don't you speak English? You ain't speaking English, bro. So get the fuck up on, son. That's English. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you getting the fuck back to your own country, you son of a bitch. Son of a garbage country. You fucking dude, British people are the British people are the reason why it's just like, dude, they murdered their own whole generations of fucking people. That's why they're all inbred morons like fucking Piers Morgan.
I was gonna say,
right?
'cause
You
that's
want to
all
talk
that
some
was
shit,
left.
son? Don't talk like you speak our language, because you don't. You say A's with an R. That ain't English. It's British. Get the fuck out of here.
woke political correctness. And who is going
I
to
bet
stop
he
it?
speaks
I've got
French,
a clue
that
for
fag.
you. I've got a new show coming on Fox Station called Piers Morgan Uncensored, and I am going to
Did Dave Rubin give you permission to
save
call
our
him that?
language
Yes.
to let pregnant people go back to being called women. That's it.
Piers, we are so excited to discuss your show in a moment. So viewers.
Oh my God.
Mission is at hand. No
Okay,
act is
so get to the
already
part
made.
where Discount Thelma here talks about women not being able to vote. Get to the part where she's talking about how women couldn't vote and how this is an insult to those women.
Stay tuned. And Kennedy, it sort of begs the question, right, that in this movement for this
Wait a
gender
minute,
equality
stop
or
it.
all genders equality.
That's Kennedy. That's Kennedy from MTV.
Of course it is. Makes sense.
She still has the hair.
And
She still has 80s
and
hair.
she's a fucking gender traitor. She's right up there with Dave Rubin. She's the female Dave Rubin. Also,
it's really
Discount
diluting
Velma.
and
Yeah, I
pressing
know. You
down
said
of
that.
any
That
type
was
of
good.
actual women's rights and women's identity. To Pierce's point, like, why did the ACLU find the need to rewrite Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's
Not the
decision
sharpest
when she wrote
shit
the decision
shed
whether or
in a
not to bear a
drawer.
child is central to a woman's life, to her well-being and dignity? They rewrote it to say person and there.
Yeah.
Why rewrite history to squish down to
Because sometimes history is fucked up. It's full of all kinds of women being trampled on and shit over the centuries.
Yeah, and having shit rammed down their throats
Black
just
women
for the right
not
to vote.
excluded, right?
Yeah, there's a race traitor up there. Look at her.
I'm like, dude, how are you
She's
sitting
like a mannequin.
among this group of people, dude? And then let's get to this little magic.
dilute the sense of womanhood that people fought so hard to have recognized.
When my grandmother was
Here we
born,
go.
Dude, people are going to be talking about that in a century, going like, my trans rights that my parent fought so hard to secure. God, man, you're talking about women. Oh, women earn the right. Why don't we just go right back to, I don't know, women should have had the rights to begin with? The fact that we had to overcome these hurdles, largely at the behest of misogynistic douchebags like him. Dude, his country, do you know what they did? It's called imperialism, son.
Okay, so I have to mention the irony here of these women bringing up all this historical stuff and using it as a what do you call it?
Galvanizing agent.
A galvanizing agent
Yeah.
for this notion of something completely
Dude,
stupid.
if you want me to
Just
call
something
you,
so stupid, they're bringing up this stuff that really is awful, like women not having the right to vote. How about women not having the right of autonomy?
dude, if you want me to call you Chips Ahoy, I'll call you Chips Ahoy. I don't give a shit what the fuck you want to be
He
called.
wants
or
you to call
what.
him daddy.
I don't have time, but they apparently have all the time in the world to talk about how
women couldn't vote.
Okay,
and
stop it.
Last month we
I just want to
celebrated
point
Women's
out
History Month. Should we not celebrate
the fact that
oh, yeah.
a woman that you were old, that was close enough in age to you to tell you that when she was born, she didn't have the right to vote. Do you know how recent that was? Why are you railing on about shit like this when we only just got the right to vote?
Dude, and your team just took away, they just walked, they had a walk-off home run practically. The team is like, that you support on Fox is running away with all your rights. But you don't care.
Piers Morgan
This
wants
man-
to be a pregnant person.
Not an American.
He wants to be a pregnant person, but he
Not
doesn't,
a man.
he's not appreciating that these women have a right to autonomy over their bodies. So he wants to be a pregnant person, but he's of the mind that these women, if they get pregnant, they have to be pregnant. So
Morgan and the gender traders. You want to hear more with Kennedy?
that? Should we get rid of Title IX? You know, are all disparities gone?
They're all like, yeah,
and
Title
things like
IX. They have no
healthcare?
fucking
Yeah.
idea what the hell they're talking about.
yeah, and you know the
They're not, and
viewers
also,
are
I
like,
don't want my
yeah, Title
Title
IX.
person.
Here we go. Oh, this is the
I
worst.
still-
This
a
is
lot of
this
people
is
would
like
argue that no, they are not, and also I don't want my girls yelling from their rooms, person, person. I still want them to call me mom. Sorry.
okay.
Sorry, Kennedy, you were better on MTV.
Okay, 15 of my remaining eggs just committed suicide just from that, and a few brain cells. Took a few brain cells with him. Kennedy, oh my God.
Hammer away, little lady. I can go.
I
can
don't
go
know
on
where.
for a
I don't
day.
even know where to start. I mean, she is, well,
Awful.
she's embarrassing.
Those glasses are stupid. They're the dumbest thing. Like that those glasses are nothing more than Tucker Carlson's bow tie. Like,
They're worse, I would argue.
Like-
I think she's going for the hot librarian look. And
There you go.
Failing
And Kaylee, of course,
miserably.
this
Yeah.
administration has led the charge, jumped in with this performative activism, rewritten materials from the CDC to the DOJ.
Oh,
Again,
I'm the naughty
redistribution
monkey.
of the word women or the
Oh,
extinction,
God.
frankly,
Pregnant
of the word
people.
woman.
Oh, these
You
people
want to
are
unpack that shit? That's delicious.
any individual who become any
wet
individual.
ass pussy organization uses pregnant people instead of women. Dude, who cares? Man, we're talking about war, talking about fucking deadly viruses, talking about monkeypox on your dick. And dude, I don't know where you're at with like what women want. Like, are women seriously taking offense to being called a pregnant person? Like, are they like, oh, my stars and goddess, I'm a woman. I have less rights than a man. If you call me a person, then I have the same rights as everybody else. I'm just another person.
I think they're thinking, no, it's diminishing men.
You idiot.
Saying person diminishes men, and we don't want to
Idiots.
diminish the men. We love the men. We obey the men.
Said no woman ever.
And look at this Department of Justice, individuals who are pregnant, CDC, pregnant people, the White House, birthing people. It appears they're taking their marching orders from AOC, who calls us men.
Oh,
Of course.
God. It's
So
bring
wait,
it back
what do
around.
we got?
Always.
Okay, so the trans and LGBTQ community control everything,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which is a nice break from it always being Jews.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice of you guys to switch it up. You switch up.
I'm
your
sure
hate.
the Jewish people appreciate
Look, you gotta
it.
switch up your hate every once in a while. You know, you can't just keep throwing that reliable curveball. All of a sudden, sometimes you gotta throw a fastball right down the middle, and just try to take away like a large portion of people's rights in the country.
Yeah, like 50%.
They
of
run
them,
everything. And who is it now?
AOC.
AOC is in charge of everything according to a freshman.
Okay, so the
congressperson.
trans people all
She's
report to
running
AOC.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
And they run everything. Got it.
Wow.
Man.
AOC.
Justice, individuals
Always
who
figuring
are
2
it out here.
years. She's only she's been in office what, 3 years?
Breaking down the important facts. Now, this little piece of candy.
Menstruating people.
Or maybe they're taking their cue from Apple. Remember this emoji that they came out with. I think we have it.
Hey, I mean,
You know what?
if I cut myself and I'm bleeding, technically, am I menstruating? I'm shedding blood.
No,
it's a totally different thing.
that's a totally
I
different
mean, I
thing.
wouldn't know. I'm just a man.
But I'm actually, my blood is kind of boiling right now because
You want to reach through the screen?
I have a child who menstruates.
You have tiny hands. I bet you could get them around that neck.
I could probably get him through her throat.
There's a lot of neck there to be choked.
But I raised a person who menstruates. They are not a girl.
Yeah, where you at? Whatever your name is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I want to
rhymey namey
snap
lady.
your.
It'll blow your mind.
This is
Oh
great.
God!
Now this is, I believe, was because of Dave Rubin. I believe that fag had directly.
Dave Rubin gave him permission.
Yeah.
By the
gave
way,
us all permission to call him the fag. I believe that this is meaning that a gay couple is having a baby, which is cool.
with a surrogate.
You know how many fucks I give about this? Fucking 0 fucks. But apparently Fox, the highest praised news channel in the world, apparently feels like this is something to talk about.
Harris,
There's my dream.
To me after that.
isn't that usually just someone who ate too much?
And then
when she's
Pierce
super
pipes in.
Oh, she's like, isn't that somebody who ate
Right?
just?
Is that really pregnant?
No comment on why that picture looks that way.
Okay, we're going to kill this because I'm done with this. This from the network that told you to drink bleach. Yo.
Hey, I just got kicked off of Facebook for a little bit.
Ivermectin works.
Because I reposted an image of a redneck with a bottle of bleach up his
Joe
ass.
Rogan is the fucking smartest person that ever lived. You morons. Right up there with, hey, in a minute,
Here we go.
we're going to get to talking about monkeypox. And monkeypox, you get it out of your balls.
And he has a theory.
Yeah.
He has the truth.
We'll be back in a moment. I am the J. Tyler.
I am your Miss Parker, and I've got all the woman cards here.
And this.
Every single one
Piers
of them.
Morgan, this is
It's
your
not-
fucking man card. And it's
about to get torched.
It's about to get torched.
This is Nothing Yet Live. Uh-oh.